parts, but programs your right and left brain so that you use your whole mind in solving problems and dealing with life. Feeling calmer and more secure in social situations, and being more confident in life generally. In addition, there are some psychosensory techniques. TFT, that's thought field therapy, not to be confused with EFT, was developed by my late friend Dr. Roger Callahan, which involves tapping on various acupuncture meridian points, which stimulates in the body and mind the change of flow in energy, which may be blocked, causing a physical and psychological problem to disappear. Years of scientific research have shown it to be highly effective. The most recent psychosensory therapy, and in my opinion the most effective, was created by my good friend, a Harvard PhD, Dr. Ronald Rubin, and it's called Havening, as in a safe haven. There's mountains of scientific research on this. Here's a very simple scientific explanation of how it works. When you suffer a trauma, a 100 Hertz wave travels from the thalamus and phosphorates what's known as the AMPA receptors. In other words, it creates a biological change in the brain. However, when you apply the Havening technique, you create a delta wave that dephosphorates the AMPA receptors, resetting the brain to how it was before the trauma. The simple act can create a significant and lasting biological change. However, you don't need to understand all the science to use the technique, any more than you need to understand how an engine works to drive a car. The results with trauma, PTSD, depression are nothing short of astounding. This is why in 2015, the Health Science Journal published a randomized trial of 5,000 patients and found that psychosensory therapy was far more effective than traditional therapy and even medications for mental health issues. That's because they literally reset the biological structure of the brain for calm and peace in seconds. Because psychosensory techniques work faster and more effectively and are way less expensive, old-fashioned therapists are naturally up in arms, but there's nothing they can do to stop the revolution. I can honestly see the day when traditional therapy is looked on as a thing of the past, in the same way that doctors once believed that smoking was good for you. And finally, the biggest breakthrough in modern psychological times is the creation of neuro-linguistic programming. Barack Obama, Oprah Winfrey, nearly every major sports person and modern therapist uses this or a form of this psychological technology, which allows you to run your own brain, have control over your thoughts and feelings, overcome limiting beliefs, and turn around unwanted behaviors in minutes. They also help you to understand how other people think so that you become a more powerful influencer. People across the whole spectrum of society have benefited from these advanced technologies.